for Chapter 6 is on zero coupon bonds. Bonds without coupons are called zero coupon bonds. And there's only two cash flows. And they occur when you purchase the bond and you hold it. So you pay the current market price for the bond at the time of initiation of the bond. And then at maturity, you receive the bond's face value. So if you take a look at this timeline, suppose this is a 1-year bond. It's risk-free, zero coupon bond. It's a treasury bond. And it has a $100,000 face value. You buy the bond for $96,618.36. And if you hold it until maturity 1 year later, you would have $1,000. So, prior to its maturity date, the price of a zero coupon bond is always less than its face value. So it will always trade at a discount, which means a price lower than the face value. These are also called pure discount bonds. Because a default-free zero coupon bond matures on date N, it provides a risk-free return over the period. The law of one price guarantees that the risk-free interest rate equals the yield to maturity on such a bond. So you're earning the risk-free rate of return. So we'll often refer to the yield to maturity on a zero coupon bond as the risk-free interest rate. We will come back to risk-free interest rates when we talk about the cost of capital and several other financial concepts later in the class. A spot interest rate refers to the default-free zero coupon yields because these rates are offered on the spot at that point in time. We talked about in the previous chapter, Chapter 5, we talked about the yield curve, the term structure of interest rate. And remember that we plotted the risk-free rate for different maturities on the risk-free yield curve. These risk-free interest rates correspond to the yields of risk-free zero coupon bonds. So it's the yield curve we introduced in Chapter 5 is also referred to as the zero coupon yield curve. So you're going to see more and more as we go through this course how everything is integrated. Things that we talked about in Chapter 5 we're going to expand upon in Chapter 6 and throughout this course. So here is the yield curve. On the vertical axis, we're looking at yield to maturity, which is the risk-free rate of return, and maturity is on the horizontal axis. Shorter maturity bonds generally have lower yields. Longer maturity bonds have higher yields. I'm not going to go into the rationale for that because we covered that in Chapter 5. But basically, it has to do with the opportunity cost of money.